Sport can inspire, and it can divide. These are 20 of the most controversial sportswomen of all time, figures at the heart of scandals, bans, and fierce public debate. A crucial note, these are documented public controversies, and several of these women broke no rules at all, caught up instead in debates over regulations, suspicion, or unequal treatment. Let's count them down. At number 20, French figure skater Surya Bonaly. A powerful, athletic skater, she often felt the judges undervalued her. At the 1998 Nagano Olympics, out of medal contention in what she knew was her final games, she landed a backflip on a single blade, a move banned in competition since 1976. It was a deliberate act of defiance for the crowd, and though it cost her points, it became one of skating's most iconic moments of rebellion. Number 19, the fastest woman in history, Florence Griffith Joyner. At the 1988 Seoul Olympics, FloJo shattered the 100 and 200-meter world records, marks that still stand today. But her dramatic improvement and sudden retirement the next year fueled decades of doping speculation. Crucially, she never failed a single drug test and always denied using anything banned. The suspicion was never proven, and she died in 1998 from a seizure linked to a brain condition. Number 18, mixed martial arts trailblazer Ronda Rousey. The first female UFC champion, she became one of sport's biggest stars, but also one of its most divisive. Before her shocking 2015 knockout loss to Holly Holm, she refused to touch gloves. Afterward, she vanished from public view for weeks. Combined with a string of outspoken, headline-grabbing comments, her handling of defeat and blunt persona left fans sharply split. Number 17, basketball star Angel Reese. In the final seconds of the 2023 College National Championship, she taunted Iowa's Caitlin Clark with a "you can't see me" gesture and pointed to her ring finger. The backlash was fierce, but many noted that Clark had made the very same gesture earlier in the tournament with little criticism. It ignited a national debate about a racial double standard and how confident Black and white athletes are judged. Number 16, tennis pioneer Renée Richards. A transgender woman, she was barred from the 1976 U.S. Open after officials introduced a chromosome test aimed at excluding her. She took the fight to court, and in 1977, the New York Supreme Court ruled the test discriminatory and affirmed her right to compete as a woman. She went on to reach a U.S. Open doubles final, and her case became a landmark and hotly debated moment in the history of sport. Number 15, Swiss tennis prodigy Martina Hingis. A world number 1 at just 16, she stunned the sport in 2007 when she revealed she had tested positive for cocaine at Wimbledon. She fiercely denied ever using the drug, cited a private hair test, and announced her retirement rather than fight on. An independent tribunal still found a violation and banned her for 2 years, a jarring twist for a former teenage great. Number 14, barefoot runner Zola Budd. In 1984, the South African teenager was fast-tracked to British citizenship in just days, a move engineered to bypass the boycott of apartheid-era South Africa, and one that outraged many. Then, at the LA Olympics, she collided with American favorite Mary Decker, who crashed to the track and out of the race. Budd was booed by the crowd. Officials cleared her of blame, but the fall became one of the game's most enduring controversies. Number 13, the greatest gymnast of all time, Simone Biles. At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, she stunned the world by withdrawing from the team final and several events after developing the twisties, a terrifying loss of air awareness that risks catastrophic injury. Some critics accused her of quitting on her team, but far more praised her for putting her health first, and the moment became a landmark for the mental health conversation across all of sport. Number 12, Irish swimmer Michelle Smith. She became her nation's most decorated Olympian with 3 gold medals at the 1996 Atlanta Games, amid whispers about her sudden rise. 2 years later, she was banned for 4 years, not for a positive drug test, but for tampering with a urine sample that was found to be spiked with alcohol. She has always denied doping and was never stripped of her medals, but the cloud over them never fully lifted. Number 11, star goalkeeper Hope Solo. One of the finest ever to play the position, she was as combustible off the field as she was brilliant on it. A 2014 domestic violence case was eventually dismissed, but in 2016, she was suspended and cut by U.S. Soccer for branding Sweden's team a bunch of cowards. A 2022 drink driving arrest with her children in the car added to a long list of off-field controversies. Number 10, the record holder herself, Margaret Court. No one has won more Grand Slam singles titles, 24. But long after retiring, the Australian became a Pentecostal pastor and made a series of widely condemned public statements against homosexuality and transgender people. The backlash has been immense, with repeated calls to strip her name from the arena that honors her, splitting the tennis world between her records and her rhetoric. Number 9, American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson. After winning the 100 meters at the 2021 Olympic trials, she tested positive for marijuana, which she said she used to cope with her mother's death. But the rules were the rules. A 1-month suspension wiped out her trials result and cost her a place at the Tokyo Olympics. The punishment sparked a huge debate over whether cannabis, legal where she used it, should end an Olympic dream. Number 8, Russian figure skater Kamila Valieva. At the 2022 Beijing Olympics, the 15-year-old dazzled until news broke that she had tested positive for a banned heart drug before the Games. Allowed to keep skating amid the chaos, she faltered under enormous pressure. 2 years later, sport's highest court banned her for 4 years and stripped the results, redrawing the Olympic medals and raising hard questions about the adults around a child athlete. Number 7, Algerian boxer Imane Khelif. At the 2024 Paris Olympics, she competed in the women's division and won gold, yet found herself at the center of a global firestorm. The claims against her eligibility came from the International Boxing Association, a body the Olympic Committee had already stripped of recognition. The IOC affirmed her eligibility, ran the tournament itself, and publicly condemned the wave of online abuse she endured. She broke no rules, but became one of the most talked about athletes on earth. Number 6, an all-time great, Serena Williams. Her dominance is unquestioned. The controversy comes from 2 explosive U.S. Open moments. In 2009, she threatened a lineswoman after a football call and lost the match on a penalty. In the 2018 final, she raged at umpire Carlos Ramos, calling him a thief, and was docked a game as Naomi Osaka won her first major. Critics called it poor sportsmanship, while many argued she was punished far more harshly than men who behaved the very same way. Number 5, basketball star Brittney Griner. In February 2022, the American was detained at a Moscow airport when customs found cannabis vape cartridges in her luggage. She pleaded guilty, calling it an honest mistake, but was sentenced to a staggering 9 years in a penal colony, a term widely seen as political leverage. After 10 months, she was freed in a dramatic prisoner swap for a convicted Russian arms dealer, in one of the most geopolitically charged sports stories in memory. Number 4, 5-time Grand Slam champion Maria Sharapova. In 2016, she called a press conference to reveal she had failed a drug test at the Australian Open for Meldonium, a substance that had been banned just weeks earlier. She said she'd taken it legally for years and missed the notice. She was banned 2 years, reduced to 15 months on appeal, with sports top court finding she was not an intentional doper, but the affair still divided fans over whether her legacy was tarnished. Number 3, 2-time Olympic champion Caster Semenya. Let's be clear, she never broke a single rule. Born with natural differences in sex development, the South African became the face of one of sport's most divisive debates, when World Athletics ruled that women with high natural testosterone must medically lower it to compete. She refused and fought the regulations all the way to Europe's top human rights court. To some, it is about fairness. To others, discrimination. A battle that still has no clean ending. Number 2, the fallen queen of track, Marion Jones. At the 2000 Sydney Olympics, she won 5 medals and was hailed as the face of her sport. But it was built on a lie. Years later, as the BALCO doping scandal unraveled, she admitted using steroids and was stripped of every Sydney medal. In 2008, she was sentenced to 6 months in prison, not for the doping itself, but for lying to federal investigators about it. Her fall from grace was total. And at number 1, the most infamous of them all, figure skater Tonya Harding. In January 1994, her rival Nancy Kerrigan was clubbed on the knee in a shocking, premeditated attack carried out by men linked to Harding's ex-husband and bodyguard. Harding always denied knowing about the plot in advance, but she pleaded guilty to conspiring to hinder the investigation afterward. She was fined and banned from figure skater for life. It remains the most notorious scandal the sport has ever seen.